It's Lion football as we jump right. Looking to throw. Barth. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Brings up second and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Nate Hobbs. And the Packers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second down and 8. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Love now. That's complete to Wicks. Here's second and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 24-yard line.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And this will be a Packers first down as he gets it up past the 35.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Packers first down.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. From the 41, here's a second and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now a second and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Now the first carry here for the running back. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down and 5.
Love from the gun on third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's first and goal. Jacobs. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. From the 2 now, second and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
They'll fake the jet sweep there. Instead, hand to Jacobs up the middle. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's third and goal. Love toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Joey Sly on for the field goal. A 20-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field.
Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he fends him off. scrambling for 22 and a first.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Another run for Gibbs here.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up second.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
45-yard line.
That's taken in. It's Isaac to Saw.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 23. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Back to throw. Barth. That'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, if you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. To pass, here's Jordan Love. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Love. He gets that one complete to Wicks. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Now Love. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
And the Packers first down.
Going back to Love. Complete once again to Watson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
14 more yards. That's another Packers first down.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. As the season kickoff game is underway, we are counting down the hours until Sunday, our first full slate of games to bring you all the scores and highlights. Until then, let's get after it. Our spin around the NFL starts now at Lincoln Financial Field. The Eagles at home to take on the Chiefs in a rematch of Super Bowls 57 and 59.
We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they?
He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start. You take it from there.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 4. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
And they go backwards. They're losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of yards on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Got his man. It's Williams.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off play action. Barth. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw again. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6.
Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but when you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, you need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation, they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Love looking to throw it. Catch made by Watson on the out route. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 101 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. Throwing. Love. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Once again is Jacobs. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
At the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. To throw now. Here's Love. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. Already his second touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson. Oh, look at the juke. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Looking to put a drive together. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And this will wind up a Lions first down as the tackle made just shy of the 4.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. Have we continue to go in that direction?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throw left side, coming by Laporta. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Zach Harrison now with his 2nd sack here on opening night. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And space tough to come by there, so we get maybe a yard to the 37. Into space at the 45. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener. And it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Now Love will try with his legs. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love pushes him over. Breaks the tackle. Now an alley. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another.
Looking to throw. Love. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally they get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Looking to put a drive together.
He'll throw from the gun.
Pressure comes and down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. In motion goes the tight end.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Love from the gun. Pass caught. That's Golden. And he'll be taken down with a first down as they get about 14 out of that one, and we go to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Working out of the gun. Love. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And he missed it. It's no good. And the lead will stay put at 17.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week.
I give it all